let's do this. Welcome. I feel weird saying welcome because I'm in your space, but maybe I'll welcome the listeners and the viewers to a major mixtape, another episode, and I'm here with my good friend Shayla. How you doing?
Hey, doing good.
Awesome. So step one in this mixtape is to tell us a little bit about you before we get into the songs.
Okay.
I'm quite lucky to be joined by you at the moment because you're not always here in Palmerston North, are you?
I'm not. No, I come down once in a little bit of a blue moon to see my mum, and that's
important. That's very important.
Yeah. Well. You know,
So if you're not in Palmerston North, you must have a really good reason not to be. So what is that reason?
I am currently studying film and television in Auckland at South Sea, so it's one of the best film schools in the country. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is that hard to get into?
Actually, I finished up with doing X Factor stuff and kind of got home to Palm and was like, well, I didn't apply to study at all this year because I didn't know what was going to happen with the show. So I pretty much got home and went, oh, well, going to film school would be pretty cool. Like after working with the X Factor crew and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much. The one in Christchurch, applications had closed like September the year before.
Okay.
And I basically emailed and was like, hey, like I'd be real interested in doing your intro courses later on this year. Like, are they still running? Mm-hmm. What's the deal? And she was like, we've actually got some spaces available still. If you want to finish off your CV thing and send it straight to our school director, I'm sure he'll get in contact with you. So this is on a Friday. I got a call from him that afternoon being like, we would love to have you come up.
Awesome.
And so I packed a suitcase and jumped on a bus the Monday night and started on Tuesday. So.
Yeah, way for a quick decision.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah. And before that you were here and all through that I'm sure you were doing music stuff. What's your kind of music background? And where are we, I guess, and why are we here?
Yeah, okay, so music background for me, I kind of started off just singing around the home, impersonating and stuff with mum, and then it wasn't until my first year of high school I actually kind of started to kind of be like, hey, this is kind of cool, I like doing this.
Yeah, real thing.
Yeah. I've been writing and stuff since I was 8 years old anyway. Mm-hmm. So did the high school music thing and I started playing in school events and all that kind of stuff, and then kind of got involved with Rotary and started doing some things around Manawatu with that, and then after I finished high school I came and studied contemporary music performance at UCOL, which was so great for me to kind of work with other musicians and be surrounded in that, because high school the most I had was like the local rock band in our school, and that was like it. There was a great kind of, when I first started gigging around Palmy, it was a very underground scene. Like you only really know about things if you're in the circle. So wormed my way into there and started doing Rockquest and all those kind of things, and then came and studied here at UCOL, Palmerston North. So we're just chilling in the UCOL studio right now. And then
preview or something maybe. Maybe I'll play some drums later.
Okay, sounds good. You do that. You do that. So then everything I've learned has kind of been self-taught. I've never really taken lessons for anything. So drums, piano, guitar, bass, those kind of typical things, and then the whole singing part as well.
Cool. And are you still doing music stuff in Auckland?
I am. It's kind of taken a little bit of a backseat just because so the school I'm studying at, it's a 2-year diploma crushed down into one so that you move at the rate that the industry moves.
Wow. Okay.
So it was very full on. Up until kind of the last couple of months we've kind of been filming and whatnot, 7 days a week. It's a 7-day commitment. That kind of took a little bit of a backseat, but I've had a couple of gigs. I'm still writing, but just hopefully now that it's calmed down a bit, we can get back into the music.
Yeah, it's a busy scene up there as well. I guess so lots going on. All right, well, we are here for a reason, and that is to make a mixtape, or to hear the mixtape that you've made us.
Yes.
So let's get into it. And the first track is the first song you fell in love with? Or, to be honest, this is kind of like the first one you have a memory of, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, your first like favourite song, maybe. Yeah.
Well, okay.
This one's the embarrassing one.
This is the embarrassing one. So when I thought about this question, I kind of had to go back through my like phases of artists I was really into.
Yeah.
And then the first artist I kind of really got into was Elvis.
All right.
So that's a thing.
Yeah. That's not embarrassing at all.
Musical career started by impersonating him around the house, so that was
nice.
that's how that started. So first song, Remember Falling in Love With, was kind of, that's alright, by Elvis Presley. Just kind of jammed that around the house, and then moved on to the Hound Dog and all those kind of other.
Yeah. Did you find it like in like your parents' collection, or how did you?
So no, definitely not. If we really go back, I mean, I grew up with UB40 and Cat Stevens and all that kind of stuff around the house, and there's so many home videos. I actually got given a gift the other day of a video from when I was young wee lass, of me dancing around the house to UB40. So, I mean, that's probably where it really started, but I mean, I was under 3 years old. I was like a year old, so I don't remember that.
So you don't take too much responsibility for liking that, but the Elvis one, you're like, this is me.
Yeah, this is me. Yep, I'm into this. Yeah, so, kind of, no, I don't really know how I found that. I think it actually, I got into that just from kind of dabbling in movies and kind of my mother started buying me all his movies and all that kind of stuff, and so I think it was kind of from there. But I just remember one day I sat down for like a solid 2 days. I kind of sat down and like researched him and like I like wrote my own timeline from like when he was born to when he died, and I got real into it. I get really into my artist phases. So. And then
starting with an Elvis phase is good. Usually the first one is not one you want to remember, but...
No, well, my mother tells the story a lot more embarrassing. I just play it down.
Yeah, that's her job, I think.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. So what song are we going with?
So we're going with That's Alright Mama by Elvis Presley.
Awesome. Alright, track number 1. Okay. Number 2, and this one is a little bit of a conceptual one because everyone gets energy different, but this is a song that gives you energy. Basically, I was going to say a song that makes you dance, but not everyone dances when they have energy, you know?
Yes.
So this is like one that kind of picks you up or gets you going or, you know.
Yeah, well, I have a few of those. It tends to be songs that I can run to at a good pace, just because for me those songs are kind of, they're just a good time. But then this particular song that I have is just whenever it comes on, I'm just like,
There we go.
Yeah, so that song would be Empty Space by The Story So Far.
Cool.
Just whenever that song comes on, I'm just like, yes.
Is this a phase one, or is this still?
This isn't really a phase. I still love them. They came to New Zealand last year, and just recently I went to both shows. I kind of found Story So Far through a mate of mine, Jason, who's also in the music scene. And yeah, we just kind of, I was really enjoying their shows. I mean, the first show I went to, I only knew a couple of the songs, but it was enough that when Empty Space came on and Right Here and all that kind of stuff, it was like, it's legit one of the best concerts I've been to. Just because we had so much fun, and their band when they perform is just so energetic. So just whenever that song comes on, Empty Space by The Story So Far, I just kind of, get all excited. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. And you went to the one just gone? I
did, yeah.
Did they do 2 shows here?
They did. They did one down south, and then they did one... They actually did 3 shows. Christchurch, Wellington, and Auckland.
Cool. Fine. Great. So, Empty Space.
Empty Space by The Story So Far. Yeah.
Awesome. Track number 2. Track number 3 of this very short mixtape. To be honest, I mean, you can fit more than 6 songs in a tape, but that's alright.
Yeah.
Is your idea of a love song, and I put that your idea bit because not everyone's love song is necessarily happy or romantic, or, you know, the story can always be different. So what's your idea of a love song, and why is it the song?
For me, I'm quite not emotional, so to speak, but I kind of, because music's such a big part of my life, I get real in touch with songs, and some songs I just connect with, I don't know. So John Mayer has always been a huge influence in my life, and so I'd have to. I mean, Slow Dancing in a Burning Room or Gravity would definitely be quite high up there.
Yeah.
But also, recent addition to that would be Feel For Me by Foy Vance.
Okay.
I don't know, the lyrics, the music, all of it is just real emotional. So, I don't know, connecting spirits.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pick one.
I don't know the Foy Vance one, so I would like to hear that.
Yeah, to be honest, that's the song I would have gone with.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going with first, my idea of a love song, Feel For Me by Foy Vance.
Awesome. I look forward to hearing it. So track 4, and this was a fun one. And usually there's like, most of the people you could have 5 or 6 different songs attached to great stories.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to pick one, the best story, and no limits on what story you want to tell. A song attached to a great story.
Okay. Well, the great story part generally always involves my best friend Sophie Curry, who's also a musician. We have lots of drunken memories together. So there's kind of 2 songs for this. I'll nail it down by the time I finish the story. Okay. Basically, there was this night that we had some drinks at a house. And
so vague.
Well, I don't know.
You can, but you can take out.
I don't know if
details
the person's
to
house
protect
it
the
was
innocent.
knows about the story. So
Right. Okay.
So I've just got to. Yeah.
A night at a place.
At a place.
This
A night
happened.
at a place with Sophie. So we were chilling, and we basically got into the adults' alcohol cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
And
So started a lot of good stories.
Yeah. So we started off just with the drinks, and I'd be chilling, listening to music, and then she just comes over and hands me more drinks, and then she's like, "Come take shots with me," and we're taking shots.
It's a good friend.
Yeah. By the time the guy she was seeing at the time, who they're still together now, he turned up with a bunch of their friends, and we had this plan that when they turned up, we were going to play this song. So this song, Bro Safari, Scumbag. Don't know what it is about that song. I mean, it's quite a degrading song. It's not really talking about how you're a scumbag. Yeah. That song, we were like, when they walk in, we're going to play that song, and it's going to be like the jam. So they turned up, and we are absolutely off our face.
Yeah.
So it was fun because they're sober. And then I feel like I can't really tell the rest of the story.
You've started it now.
I know. Okay, so basically,
Do you want to change some names or something? Might be a bit late.
I should have changed names earlier. So that's what should have happened. Basically, I got left to entertain the other friends while they disappeared upstairs, and it was fine because we just sat there playing drinking games.
They're probably playing chess or something, right?
Oh, they were definitely playing chess upstairs. That's definitely what they spend their time doing a lot. So they went and did their chess playing. Yeah. And the next day, I get a phone call from her in a bit of a panic, and she's like, "I'm in so much trouble. Like, you'll never guess what's happened." And I was like, slow down, Soph. Yeah. Like, what's happened? And she was basically, I have to say his house. It makes the story. So we were at her father's house, and she was in a panic basically, and her father had found a used condom on the windowsill. So he came in the morning and opened the curtains and went.
I don't think you needed them for chess, but alright.
No, it's just blowing up balloons,
Yeah.
It's just the blowing up balloons entertainment, entertainment, yeah. And she basically, she was freaking out. She was like, "I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Look, just say it was me. I mean, he's never really met me. He doesn't know I'm as gay as they come." Yeah. So that was a fun time. I basically, so I was like, "Just don't say that that I played chess in the house,
Yeah.
just say it was from another time. So I
Okay,
think the end of the story ended up coming out that I had the blown up balloon in my pocket and took it out when I went to sleep and left it there. So to this day, I've never
Stuck to that story.
yeah, I've never been in person with him ever since because I'm just terrified of his opinion of me now. So
you took a bullet though. That's
took a
great.
bullet for that girl. Yeah. Okay. So but then the actual song that is just like every time it comes on and we're together is Martin Garrix's Animals, because just you're in a club and it comes on and it's just like. Yeah, so that's just kind of
Reminds you.
yeah, that song has a story, but this is like the song that just countless amounts of times we've been just walking down a street and we hear it, in a shop we hear it, in town we hear it, comes on the radio we hear it, and we just break out dancing.
Yeah.
Like it's just every time.
Sweet. That's a good story. I'm glad you told them on PG story. Well,
yeah,
maybe the PG.
the half attempted PG story. Yeah, that's the thing.
Sweet. So track number 4, Martin Garrix.
Animal. Yeah.
Sweet. Track number 5.
Yes.
We're in the home stretch,
The home
and it is. It can sometimes overlap with the last one, which is attached to a great memory, but it hasn't this time, which is good. So this one is maybe reminds you of a show or a band or a live music moment.
This is actually this is the question I answered first because it's without a doubt. So for me, the song from favourite band live or whatever the phrasing for the question was, basically is the When It Rains by Paramore. So there's 2 versions of it.
Okay.
So the live final live version is just always my ultimate like. Put it on when I'm sad, put it on when I'm happy, just when I want to chill out. But also the acoustic version they did in New Zealand a couple of years ago. Like, I just remember the whole show, I was like, I just want them to play this one song acoustically, and then I don't care about the rest of it. And towards the end of the show, they kind of pulled out their couches and they sat down and they just jammed it out, and I was just like,
Like your wish came true.
yeah, it really is. It really is. Yeah. So, When It Rains, the live final live version from Paramore is definitely song favorite live band.
Yeah.
Nash.
That's the one. Awesome. Okay, and the last track, the fittingly the end of your mixtape, is also, I guess, the end of your life. Let's hope not too soon. A song to be played at your funeral, or your funeral song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't necessarily be happy or sad.
Yeah.
It's up to you,
To be honest, all these songs that I've mentioned will probably play at my funeral.
yeah.
But
It's gonna be a dance party.
it's going to be a great dance party. Yeah. No, this one also is quite simple for me. Amazing Grace is definitely, so basically for me that song is, it's for my mum basically, so that's also the song my mum wants to be played at her funeral. It's the one thing that just my whole life she's always said, when I die you have to play piano and you have to play Amazing Grace. Like that's always been, I don't know, Mum and I.
Responsibility.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility, especially when there's been such a huge gap now since I've really played, So, whatever version you want to go with. I mean, there's so many versions out there, and
okay, I'll get you to text me your favourite one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I mean, there's hundreds of versions of that song, so
yeah,
maybe
hundreds and
your
hundreds.
version.
Yeah, well, I can find that out. It's the version that is in my piano book because it's the only one I'm going to be able to play. So Amazing Grace. You don't really even need. I mean, you do need the artist, but it's such a renowned song that everyone just knows the song.
Everyone probably has their own favourite as well. And it's about the song, the kind of writing in that song and the words and things. So.
Exactly. And again, for me, that comes straight back to the whole emotional, spiritual connection to the song.
Yeah.
So when I die and I have a funeral full of people that I probably don't want to be there, don't want to be there at all.
And we've just heard Martin Garrix just had a bit of a boogie.
Yeah, and they've just heard all these wonderful drunken story songs
Yeah.
and high energy, and then they're gonna come,
Come
this
down,
Amazing
like,
Grace.
Yeah. A bit of a think at the end.
Yeah, so that song's for my mum, basically. Yeah.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah.
And that's the tape.
That's it. That's the tape.
The
That's
very short tape.
the very short tape
Yeah.
with a very high contrast of genres in it there. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much for being here and taking some time out while you're in Palmy and inviting me in to here as well. It's great.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Graham was my lecturer and he's been wonderful. So
Shout out.
shout out. To yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.